What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Mobility with Dr. Josh. I'm Dr. Josh, and today we are taking care of the shoulders. The shoulders are the most mobile joint in the body, or at least they should be, and if not, then this is definitely the routine for you. There are quite a bit more movements than I've done for other areas, and that's just because the shoulder moves in so many different directions, so it needs a little extra TLC. You really only need a strap for today's routine. This is just a rogue strap, and I'll put a link to that down below. You don't need this though, you don't need anything fancy like this. If you have a yoga strap, a towel, belt, anything like that will work. I just wouldn't use like the elastic resistance bands, because if that snaps, that won't feel very good. All right, so let's get right to it, shall we? What we're gonna start with, we won't even need the strap. Let's just warm the shoulders up. What I'll have you do is lie on your side. We're gonna do some windmills. Lie on your side, feet stacked, arms are gonna be forward. Ideally, if I had a pillow, this would be nice, but I don't, so I'll just use my muscles to hold it up. And just swoop your arm around and back. And I'm kind of close to the wall, so I'll probably end up hitting it every now and again, so you want to give yourself some room. All right, we're gonna do 5 of them going this way, and then 5 of them going the opposite way. And just try to reach back as far as you can, and then try not to let your knees come up or anything funky like that. All right, coming back to the opposite direction. Let's do 5 of these. Make sure you just have a nice steady breath. And one more. All right, got to even out. Let's do the other side. Okay. Same deal, so make sure you have some room so you're not smacking into the wall, and then have your arms forward. And we'll swoop back up, overhead, round up. I'm so close to the wall, just a second. There we go, okay. And cross, 2. Same deal, we'll do 5 going this way. What is this, clockwise? Let's call it clockwise. And then we'll do 5 of them going the other direction. Go ahead and switch. Make sure those knees aren't coming up off the ground, anything like that. Then as you bring your arm back, definitely get some of that mid-back rotation into it. All right, last one. All right, so that's just a nice quick warm up to get the shoulders moving. Now, what we're going to do next is a couple exercises. Again, you don't even need the strap for this. What I'm gonna do is have you get into a child's pose position. All right, so just kind of sit on your knees. Reach your arms forward as far as you can. I like to have my thumbs up, it just feels better that way. And then lean down into it, and you should feel a really good stretch in your lats right in the side there. Come into it, come out of it, and then what I want you to do is dig your arms down into the mat, okay? So push and relax, and then sink back into it. Come out a little bit, push, sink back into it. Let's do 3 more at your own pace. Make sure with this and with any of the exercises we do, you're not jutting your chin out, okay? Keep it nice and tucked. Give yourself that wonderful double chin. Push and Relax. All right, we're gonna go out to the side now. I'm going to the right. Go ahead and follow along there. Same deal. Now you should feel it on the opposite side that you are reaching towards. So I'm gonna feel this really well in the right side of my lats. I'm coming out, I'm pushing, and relax. Let's do a couple more. Okay, now come out to the other side. Reach your arms forward. Sit back into it so you really feel it in the lats. And then come out of it, push, and relax. You can coordinate your breath with this as you can with a lot of things. So inhale coming up as you push, and then exhale coming down. One more. All right, staying on your stomach, or in child's pose rather, reach your arms forward again. Bring them slightly wider than shoulder width. So for me, it's just basically on the outer edge of the yoga mat. And keep your chin tucked. And what I want you to do is reach one arm up. So I'm going to start with my right hand here. Reach it up and then control it down. Left arm up, control it down. So working on that end range flexion. A lot of people don't work into that range. I'll talk as I go here. So up. A lot of people don't work into these end range positions, and this is exactly where a lot of people need more strength and motor control. Do a couple more on each side. Try not to compensate by twisting your torso. Keep your torso down and lift up. And make sure you control your arm too. Don't let it just crash down. All right, last one here. Nice, good rep. Okay, good. Next, we're gonna work a bit on shoulder rotation. And a really good way to work on this is to lie down, or rather, this is more of a chest opener. I'm getting ahead of myself. You're gonna lie on your stomach. This will look pretty familiar if you've watched my thoracic spine mobility routine. If you haven't, I'd really check it out, because I promise you, if you pair this routine with that routine, my God, you're gonna have amazing shoulders, especially if you do it fairly routinely, okay? Anyways, have one arm out, and then just turn your head the other way. Other hand's gonna be propped up like this, and you're gonna push over. So this looks similar to what we did in the thoracic video, but you're not trying to reach your foot towards your hand. That part doesn't really matter. What you're focusing on now is just trying to rotate onto that arm. So you're opening up your pecs, your chest. Be careful with this one, just because you are basically exerting your torso weight onto your shoulder. So be gentle with it. But push, and then once you kind of feel like you can't go too much further, what I want you to do is use this hand that's on the ground to dig down into the ground. So straight arm digs down, and relax. See if you can push a little more. Combine that with the breath. So inhale, push. Exhale, rotate. Let's do 3 more. Okay, same thing, other side. Left arm's out straight, turn towards your right. Hand's gonna be flat with your elbow pointing essentially towards the ceiling. And then rotate towards that arm. You might need to bring your hand closer. There it is. And inhale, push your left arm in towards the ground. Rotate towards. 3 more at your own pace. Ooh, I can definitely feel this one. All right, awesome. And now you'll need the strap. And there's 2 There's two variations you can do for the remainder of the exercises. One is you can just sit on your knees like I'm doing, all right? If your knees are tight, you can sit in just a cross-leg position. But I will say that the exercises are harder in this position because you're going to want to still maintain that upright posture. And because of just the dynamics of how this posture is, it makes it a little more difficult to sit upright. So if you got tight hips and a tight back, it's gonna be harder, but maybe a little more challenge is what you need. I'm no hero. I don't feel like doing that today. I'm just gonna be on my knees. Okay, so just sitting down like so. What we're gonna start with is working on internal rotation, which is important for like reaching behind the back. That's basically what that motion is. Real simple, grab your strap, throw it over your shoulder. Okay, so I throw it over my right shoulder and I'm gonna reach with my left arm. So it just grabs onto it like so. All right, so if I'm in this position, I'm using this arm, so the right arm, to pull my left arm up, and then I'm gonna relax once I feel that stretch, all right? Your shoulder is gonna have a tendency to wanna dump forward like that. Don't do that. You want good posture, so pull everything back, and then pull up. Let it relax. We're gonna do some contract relax here, of course, because everything's more effective when you can add in a contract relax. So pull down with your left arm, so I'm trying to pull down towards the ground, so, or push, however you want to describe it. So I'll call it pull, and then relax, and then pull up. Pull, and relax, pull up. Make sure your shoulder's not dumping forward, okay? Inhale and pull. Again, you can always coordinate breath work with this to amplify the effectiveness. All right, a couple more. Pull, relax, pull the arm up. One more. Okay. Now, switching sides. So just take your arm out of there. Now the strap is gonna go over the left shoulder. Right arm is gonna grab the strap from behind, just like so. I'll probably just stay facing the camera for this one. All right, okay, I'm in pretty good position here. So use your left arm, pull your arm up, make sure your shoulder is pulled back and not dumping forward. I'm gonna hold here as I pull my right arm down towards the floor. So I'm pulling, relax, pull the arm up. Let's do 3 more. Try to avoid any super sharp pain. This is not a comfortable position. You may feel some discomfort. That's fine, but any sharp pain, go ahead and back out of that. A couple more. Pull, relax, and pull the arm up. One more. Relax, pull the arm up. Ooh, and that's pretty much my end range. When you know you've reached your end range, you can even do a couple diaphragmatic breaths just to really go for it. All right, now we're gonna work on extension. So bringing the arms back. And what I'll have you do, I'll face this way. We're gonna start in this position, but we're gonna end up in a child's pose, just like we were in previously. Grab the strap. You want it to be just a little bit wider than shoulder width. You're going to actively work on bringing your arms out, so against the resistance of the band, or if it's a rope, just pull it until you get some tension. All right, and then you're going to bend forward and reach your arms up. You can rest your head down and then come back. You can actually just kind of rest down here. Bring your arms up, high as you can. We're gonna do 10 of these. Try not to shrug too much. A little bit's gonna be inevitable just based off of what you're doing, but try not to overdo it. Keep your elbows straight, keep that tension on the band, and you're probably gonna feel a burn. I know I do. All right. Let's do one more. There we go. Okay. And come on up. Next, we're gonna work on flexion. So bringing the arm up and overhead. Obviously a very important motion if you're gonna be doing any sort of overhead work at the gym. To do this, you wanna bring your, let's start with the right arm. You're gonna bring your right arm up like this, okay? Lock it out. Swing the strap back so that it's behind you. It might be a little better if I'm this way. Raise the strap up. Reach your left arm back so that you're grabbing onto part of the strap. Use that left arm to pull your arm back and then come forward. And we're gonna do 10 of those. So pull back and come forward. Again, combining that breath. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, coming back. Your arm is going to have a tendency to want to bend. Don't do that. Be strict. Keep it up there. Pull back. 3 more. One more. Okay, good. We're gonna do the same thing on the other arm, all right? So now the left arm pushes up, or go ahead and grab the strap with your right arm first. Then push up all the way. This strap is just barely long enough to do this. If it were any shorter than this, it would almost turn into a strength workout, but it works for this. Okay. Now you're using your right arm to pull the strap back and then come forward. My left arm's usually tighter than my right. And let's do 10 of these. Exhale on the way back. Inhale on the way forward. Make sure you're not leaning back as you do it. Just keep upright. Couple more. Keep that elbow straight as you can. There we go. All right, last exercise. So that's basically working on passive mobility. So using one arm to just kind of crank the other one in an end range position. Now we're gonna work actively. So this actually pretty much can be the reset. Like I talk about in my mobility videos, we work on mobility to open up that window of opportunity so that exercises that are ordinarily difficult for you, or exercises that are ordinarily you feel stiff or painful in, this kind of unlocks that window of opportunity to make that easier. Let's give our knees a break a little bit though. So go ahead and go on all fours, kind of kick one leg out. Mine are starting to get stiff, and just kind of rotate your ankles a few directions each way. Same thing on the other side. There we go. That feels better. My knees were starting to talk to me. Okay. You can sit back on your knees, or you're welcome to sit in that cross-legged position that I showed you, but it's the last one. Grab the strap so that it's about shoulder width apart. Okay, hold it straight out in front of you. Bring it up and back, high as you can. Keep your chin tucked, don't let it jut forward. And then you wanna pull the bands apart, okay? Keep your elbows straight. And then start to bend your elbows and pull the band down as far back behind you as possible. You're likely gonna shake, and that's fine. That's the good stuff. Okay, and then come back up, Let's do 5 nice and slow. Each time, try to go back a little further. And up. All right. Definitely feeling this in a good way. Obviously, if you feel sharp pain, you want to back out of that. Couple more. This will also help your thoracic spine too, so that's a bonus. Okay, last one. All right, whew, and that's it. I'm starting to sweat a little bit. Okay, so that is it for the shoulder mobility routine. Like I said, that last exercise could have been the reset, just because while there wasn't necessarily resistance pressing down, there certainly was resistance trying to press out. But what I would recommend is, if you do want an added reset or to work on that mobility that you've unlocked, to do a movement that is difficult for you. So that could be doing a overhead press with a barbell or dumbbell. Could be doing an overhead squat, a snatch, or maybe just a bench press or push up. Whatever the case may be, I'd recommend doing probably 10 to 20 reps of whatever exercise, and that'll help just kind of solidify that mobility that we've gained today. All right, so if you like the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you loved it and want to follow along by improving your mobility, doing all sorts of routines that don't take too long, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And until next time, guys, I will see you in the next video.